Hello, my name is Diamond Moss, and I'm going to show you lab report 3. I'm going to start by showing my work area. I have Skelly. I'm going to use him for my third one because I'm really not good at drawing. This is just army stuff. I'm not even going to see any of that in my video. Army. Close the computer. I'm not going to use that. Okay, and this is my workstation. This is my list. It's color-coded because I wanted to make sure that everything on your list was in the diagram that I was using. These are my blank diagrams. There's nothing on it. My blank diagram, no labels. And then my list. That's all I have here. I'm going to go in order and just list them in order. So the first diagram is skin. The first one on the list is the basement membrane, which I have to draw, which is this outer layer of the melanocyte. The next one will be blood vessels, which are here. The next one will be the dermis, just the middle layer right here of your skin. The next one is the epidermis, and it says that I have to state the tissue type. The epidermis is the stratified squamous epithelial tissue. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But this is here. And then the next one is the keratinocytes, which is the cells in the epidermis layer. I have to draw those because those were not in the diagram. The next one is the hypodermis, and I have to state the tissue type. This is your hypodermis, and it is areolar connective tissue. The next one is melanocyte, which I showed you earlier. I had to draw that. There's my melanocyte with the melanin inside of it and the nucleus. The next one is the papillary layer, which is the top layer of the dermis. And it says its tissue type, I have to state, would be loose connective tissue. And then the next one is the reticular layer, which has irregular connective tissue. I don't know if you can see the difference in the tissue that I drew. That's also on the dermis. Okay, the next one is the stratum basale, which is this line right here. Sorry, it's a little blurry, but it's that line there. The next one is the stratum corneum, and that is the very, very top layer on the skin right there. The next one, stratum granulosum, which is right here, this line. That's that layer right there. Let me just stick my pen out so you can see it better. Okay. The stratum granulosum. The next one is the stratum lucidum, which is this area between the stratum corneum and the stratum granulosum. It's this area right here. And then the last but not least is the stratum spinosum, which is this area right here above the stratum basale. And then the last but not least is the sebaceous gland, is what I chose. And it is right here. It says I have to state the gland, which is sebaceous. Its secretion, it secretes holocron, and the function, it secretes oils to lubricate and protect the skin. And that is all I have for the skin diagram. The next one is the compact bone. Just the list. First is blood vessels, which is here. These are 2 blood vessels in that picture. The next one is the canicoli, which is these lines here in between. Next one is the central canal, which is here. The next one is circumferential lamella, which is in the circumference right here, spaces. The next one is concentric lamella, which is the spaces right here around the osteon. The next one is Lucinae, which is the lining right here outside of this. It's right here. Next one is Nerve, which is, if it zooms properly, there we go. This little right thing right here is the nerve. The next one is the osteocyte, which is here. This is the osteocyte. The next one is osteon, which is this whole thing right here. It's the osteon. And last but not least is the periosteum. I have bad pronunciation, but that is the outline layer of the compact bone, which is this right here. And that is the compact bone. The last one is the bones and muscles of the head and torso. And I'm going to use Skelly. The first one on my list is the cervical vertebrae. And it is C1 through 7, which makes it 7 vertebrae from here to here. The next one is diaphragm, which from here to here, your diaphragm. The next one is external abdominal oblique muscle, which is the muscle that goes from here to here, like that. The next one is frontal bone, which is right here on Skelly. Your hyoid bone, if you lift up your head, his doesn't lift that far, so I'm going to turn him around. But it's that bone right there. The next one is the lumbar vertebrae, which is like right under your rib cage, right here. And that is L1 through 5, which is 5 vertebrae. I hope I got that correct. The next one is mandible. Let me turn you around. Which is right here, your mandible. The next one is maxilla, right above his teeth. The next one is nasal bone, which is right here. The next one is occipital and parietal. You got your occipital, parietal. The next one is rectus abdominal muscle and the sacrum and coccyx. So you got your rectus abdominal muscle, kind of looks like a 6-pack, but that muscle goes right over here. The sacrum and coccyx, turn them around so you can get a better view. Okay, which is here and here. And that is the vertebrae of the sacrum. Sphenoid bone, which is like right here, in front of your temporal bone. Sternocleidomastoid mastoid muscle. I remember that by thinking like it goes from your ear to your clavicle, and that muscle goes from here to here. The next one is the sternum. You ever heard of the sternum? Just right up, right here, your sternum. The next one is temporal bone, behind your sphenoid bone, just right here. And thoracic vertebrae. Sorry, I'm turning around. Your thoracic vertebrae would be T1 through 12, which makes it 12 vertebrae, and that goes from here to the end of your ribs. And the next one is your trapezius muscle, which is here and here. And last but not least, the zygomatic bone, which is like right outside of your eye, right there, right here. And that's what I have for lab report 3. Thank you.